Most of the books you read growing up was written by foreign authors, aside from the likes of Chinua Achebe and some few writers that we had in Nigeria, or that the school system forced us to read their book because it was part of the curriculum. So we didn't have lots of Nigerian authors before now. I start to be corrected, but I didn't see lots of Nigerian literatures growing up. But recently, that is already changing. Nigerians now are beginning to write books. But now the challenge is, how do I sell the book? That's a big question because publishing in Nigeria is different from publishing abroad. Abroad, when you want to publish your book, as long as you have the markets, like your name is already out there, you can write a book and a publishing company will pick it up and publish it. You'll be amazed at how important or how far you can go from that your experiences. So the next one is where you have
life experiences and goals.
sorry
Goals.
goals. Okay.
Goals in life.
Oh,
What are your goals?
thank you so much. So that helps. The second one is where you have a clear idea. We all have ideas, and there's a saying that ideas rule the world. The bottled water you have uh, on your table there was once someone's idea. The projector that we have there was once an idea. Everything you have seen or you are seeing, experiencing, and using today was once someone's idea. So the AI that we're using today was once someone's idea. Everything, most of the things we do, we use AI for it to enhance our work, to make it faster. So that's what we use AI for. So it was once an idea, but somebody thought, I think this is important. I want to talk about it and start writing about it, start publishing papers on it. At some point, people thought the person was crazy, but today people are using it. So when you have a clear idea, is a proof that it's time to write a book. So the next point is when you have tested and proven your idea, you don't just jump up with an idea that you haven't tested or proven. 10 ways to become a billionaire and you're broke. It's crazy. We have such books in the market. The author is broke, but he's telling you that these are 10 ways to become a billionaire. Someone wrote a book and said 15 ways to become rich. Now he called his uncle, say, Uncle. Person said, yes, how are you? He said, I'm fine, sir. So I wrote a book. Uncle said, fantastic. So where's the book? No, I'm here to publish it. Okay, sir, that's why I'm calling you. It's okay. It's okay. So what do you want me to do? He said, please, I need some money to publish this book. You need some money? The guy said, yes. So, oh, fantastic. So tell me again, what's the title of this your book? He said, 15 ways to become wealthy or to become rich. He said, you know what to do? Say, read this book again, apply the principles in this book, make some money, publish this book. And so you see, the guy wrote from his head. So it hasn't become the book. He wrote from his head. So when you write from your head, you can't prove it because a book can put you on a platform that you never expected that you'd be on. When I published my book, I started getting speaking engagements, paid speaking engagements when I published my book. So somebody reads the book and finds the person, chat me up on Facebook, say, I read your book, I would like you to come and speak so play. How much do you charge? And I now charge them. Can you come in and lecture people 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on this idea? So think about it. When you have predicted the future, you can also write a book concerning something that will happen in the future. There's a document I read, The Future of Work. I don't know if you have read that document. The Future of Work. I read it. Somebody recommended that document for me to read. It's on my type The Future of What, they give it to you. So they published that document telling people the kind of skills that will be relevant in the next few years. Those are like it's like 10 years ago. But today those skills are what is relevant. What are those skills? Writing, content creation, video editing. Now what today? People don't really ask you what did you study. They want to know what can you do for me, right? What can you do for me? If you walk into an organization now, the man says, okay, so what can you do? You're no longer looking at your, I know you have a degree in this and that, so what can you do? You now say, okay, I have this skill, I have this skill, I have that skill. So it's the skill economy now. What
Skill
can you
economy.
do? What are the skills that you have? So that's what it is now. So if you can Look into the market and say, okay, this is where this thing is going now. You create a solution in that area, people will buy that product. Do you understand? What should I write about? Your life experiences. Write about it. It doesn't mean you're vulnerable. We just published a book, Weighted Not Wasted, by your friend, Dr. Evelyn. So, Dr. Evelyn got married and stayed for 10 years without giving birth to a child. She's born again. She's at least doing well in her job. The husband is not doing poorly. So they are not really a poor family. In consulting, a lot of demand in these areas, in the spiritual aspects. So ensure that your book is solving a problem and there's a market that is ready for that book. If the market is not ready for your book and you publish that book, it becomes a problem to you and to the market. So please, it has to be market ready. Relevant to the target audience. There has to be a target audience. That your book should be targeting a certain number of persons. No matter what you write about, everybody do not need your idea, and you need to establish that. Please, everybody do not need your idea. There are people that need what you carry. Find them and sell your book to them. Don't try to sell to everybody. No matter how nice and beautiful your ideas are, everybody do not need them. So you need to understand that, establish that, and be clear about it. If you're selling long life, you're selling prosperity, everything. Some people tell you that they want to die. We have seen rich people that jump down the bridge and died. They are rich, but they chose death. We've seen people that say heaven is the goal. They don't need earthly prosperity. So if you try to say prosperity, then they say no, no, no. My goal is to make heaven. So they don't want to be rich here on earth. They just want to go to heaven. So no matter what you preach and bring the message of prosperity to them, they don't want it. So you'll be wasting your time trying to sell a book on prosperity to that person. So find somebody that believes in the message of prosperity and sell your book to the person. Are you following? Because there are 10 persons that ask you about this idea, say it's enough to write a book. No. Do your research. How many persons needs this thing? Is there a high demand for this product? This book idea that I want to write about on how to go to heaven and come back. How many people want to go to heaven and come back? People don't want to go to heaven and come back, they want to stay there. Some some don't even want to go now. You want to ask me?
No, no, I'm saying I want to go
Okay, want to go and come back. So you have one audience in case you want to write a book on that. Remember, I talked about your book having a target audience. I said your book idea is not for everybody. Remember? So I already dealt with that. I'm teaching the business of book marketing. How you make money from book market. That's what I'm teaching. I'm teaching what I do and what I train people to do, what I have results in. Ideas must be appealing. It must be appealing to your target audience. It must be affordable. And affordable is relative. 10,000 can be affordable to somebody. It can, 10,000 can be affordable to somebody. It might not be affordable to the next person. 20,000 can be affordable to somebody. Might not be affordable to the next person. 1 million can be affordable to somebody. Might not be affordable to the next person. So your ideas must be affordable. Can your target audience pay for it? You want to price your book 5,000 because you want to make money from it. The people you're targeting, can they pay for it? Maybe you're writing for teenagers. You're a teen coach. You're writing for teenagers. Can your teenagers pay 5,000 for that your book? Good marketing plan. There has to be a plan, a strategy to sell this book. Don't assume that people will buy it. Assumptions is not good for marketing. No assumptions. Don't assume. Don't assume. Don't hope. Let me use the word hope. Hope is not a strategy in business. Hope is good. So, what kind of picture is on your profile or your DP? What kind of picture is there? Is it when you are playing your village masquerade that you put there, or a very good headshot? You have to put a very good headshot, very good profile, because that's the first thing people will see when they click that your picture. They see you and you look like someone that is ready for business, Don't look at someone that needs 1,000 naira. You're asking them to buy something of 10,000. They'll think you want to run away with their money. So you have to look the parts. The thing you're doing, you have to look like somebody that is doing that thing, not somebody that needs 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira. So that's important. Have a clear message. Now, even on here, even doing this, there's a place they call bio on your social media. Yeah. There's a place they call bio. That small box after your DP. You know that place? That place is very important. That small box. What do you write there? Do you write Man U fan or Chelsea fan? Or do you write lover of Christ? I'm a lover of Christ too, but it's not on my DP. Do you write no, just write something that shows people that you're a Christian? That's beautiful. But if you're in business, you don't want to stop at lover of Christ. You want to write something that shows what you're doing. Because if you're there for business, you want to write something that shows what you're doing. As a pastor, you can write that. But even as a pastor, you have to be a little bit clearer with your description. Lead pastor of such and so church. If there's something else you do, you add it there. So that small box bio is very important. But most persons ignore it. They don't know how important that box is. That is where you sell yourself as a published author, as an aspiring author. That's where you sell yourself. But if you don't get it right there, you miss it. You cannot put a die-hard Chelsea fan there. And somebody that is a die-hard Man U fan will come and say, I will not buy from a Chelsea fan. So you see, you have lost money. You have lost a client because of that little drama there. So take it serious. So have a clear message. Who do you serve? What do you do? What do you do? On that your social media, what do you do? If you go to my social media page, you see content marketing consultants. I help individuals and organizations tell their stories. That's what you see there. Very clear. That's what I do. So when I go to your own, what will I see there? What will I see? So it matters. So when people go there, they just see that they know what you do. So that's important. So have a clear message. Who do you serve? What solutions do you bring? As an author, you're a solution bringer. If there's a word like that, you brought solutions. That's your book is solving a problem. So the message should be clear on your social media. If I go to your social media, you see that okay, this is what you do. Maybe you're a realtor, I see the properties you're selling. You're a business consultant, I see the packages, I see the solutions you're preferring for your business. So I need to see those things on social media. The message has to be clear. Consistently create content that gives your target audience value. So when you get on social media as an author, create value, content that brings value. And value is relative. What is valuable to the electrician might not be valuable to the farmer. So you need to know the kind of audience that you have and know what they consider valuable. It might not be valuable to the information you're giving to them. So find out who they are. And how do you determine what is valuable to them? If when your message is clear, you automatically attract people that needs what you carry. That's how it works. If you have a clear message on your social media handles or you're giving a certain value, automatically the algorithm will direct the people that needs that message to you. And when they come, they stay. Because that's the problem they have. So don't say I'm not a social media person and you're a writer in our world today. So who will read your work? Where will they read it? How will they get to know you? How will they meet you? So don't say I'm not a social media person. That one is out of it. You have to be. In fact, you are now. You are now. Don't wait till you finish writing this book before you start talking about this book. From the day you conceive that idea, start talking about it. Start telling them. I had people that loved me that much. They joined that WhatsApp group. And I said, I don't even need them to write the posts. What am I doing now? I wrote the post myself and drop it. So they copied the post and pasted it on their own social media platforms. You see, you have over 5,000 friends, don't you, on social media? This person has, some have 10, some have 20. So if they make a post, at least 10,000 persons will see it. Those persons may never see it if I was the one that made that post because I'm not there. They are not following me. But if I can get him to help me make this post, they will see it, they will see his name, they will see the book cover, they will see the book title, and know what the book is for. So have that launch team, people that will help you in promoting this book even before the book comes out. Thousands of persons will see it. And because this person has that influence on them, on people, people will buy your book. So I sent some copies of my book to certain influencers and I told them to talk about my book on their platforms, online, offline. So that's what I call oiling the grease. So it's still like sending a copy to influencers. If you worked in organizations or in oil servicing firm, you notice that during Christmas period, the owners of this company will send goats, yam to some chiefs, hampers to some persons. Those persons are not necessarily their clients. They could be the CSO of the community, they could be the traditional rulers. They just send this thing to them. Why? They are trying to establish a relationship. So when I wrote my book, there are some of my bosses that I sent my books to. They have forgotten me. I say I'm not a publisher. I do publishing. I don't even write books. Self. Say make I show you. I send it to them. Most of them did not read the book, but now they now knew that I now do publishing. So now most of them have sent me jobs to do. Hey, bro, you say you dey publish book now? I say yes, sir. They say okay. One of my friends is trying to do this. That is, they'll send the person to me. So that's what I did. I used that my book to gain that access. So I sent a copy to them for free. They say how much is the book? I say no, no, sir. It's for you, sir. I come and take money. I say no, sir. Even though I need the money, no, sir. So I didn't take the money. But those things you're trying to establish relationships. There are certain places that you want to take your book to for free. Do that. What will happen to you? But do that. Establish that relationship with those people. Okay, so the next one, you talk about it whenever and wherever. I've already told you about that. Anywhere I go, I talk about my book. This is the only copy that is remaining. I should talk about my book. I'm going to do a blueprint, but I still talk about anywhere I go, I talk about my book. Everywhere I go, I talk about my book. So it's important that you do that. So when you publish that book, anywhere you go with it. Go with a copy, two, three copies. Go with it. So that as you're having that lunch with that friend, you bring out the book. Say, this is my book. I just published it. It's about this and this and this. I think you will need it, or you might know somebody that will need it. The person might not buy, but this person can be in a place where they're having a conversation and say, okay, there's a book on this. My friend did this such a thing. I think you should get a copy. Or I'll get a copy for you. So always talk about your book anywhere you go. In the church, when I had copies, I took it to church. Sunday service. Some people came with their Bible, I came with my book. I have Bible on my phone. If you look at it tomorrow and say, yes, it's me, I wrote it to it's 5,000 naira. I did it. She can tell you now. I took it everywhere. To church. Some of my pastors I gave them and say, when you have money, send to me. And they will not send me 5,000 naira. So I took it to them. I took it everywhere. If I'm going to speak anywhere, as I get there, I'll give it to the person that invited me. I say, this copy is for you. I give it to the person. What was I doing? I'm establishing favor. I'm taking the book round and I'm selling my books. So I can come to an event and say and I ask them, who is the first person that came here today? If I'm speaking on stage, the person comes up, I'll take a copy of my book and give to the person. What do you think will happen? The other ones who want to buy say, sir, how much is the book? Sir, how much is the book? Sir, how much is the book? How can I get my own copy? I've told you that I took my book everywhere. Anywhere I go, I take my book there. Everywhere. In fact, I took my book to where I train every Saturday, to where we play ball every Saturday. I took it there one day. As we finish morning prayer, I want to play. I say, hey, I beg. More no verse. Now what I do with this? So I'm a writer. I sold one that day. I sold one. 5,000. The boy paid me the 5,000 like 3 times. Oh boy. Yes. Paid me 5,000. That day he gave me 500 naira. I said, I don't see no they carry money come. I said, okay, man, hold the book. He said, no, give me the book. The boy don't finish. You don't read the book finish. Pay me many money now. He will send me 2,000. Hi. Later, so but he paid. That's the most important thing. So I sold the book there. There are types of marketing. Some of them you're already doing it, like I said, but maybe you need to pay more attention and do it with awareness now. So that's what we call perception marketing. This has to do with your branding. As an author, that's the way everybody has a personal brand, whether you know it or not. People, okay, everybody has a perception. People see you in a certain way. And if you don't know that, you're making a mistake. People see you in a certain way. So you are responsible for changing that perception or not. And if people don't see you as somebody that is worth 10,000 naira, they won't give you 10,000 naira. If they don't see you as somebody that is worth 20,000 naira, they won't give you 20,000 naira. So there's a perception of you that people have offline, online. Create your content in a certain way sometimes. So shake things up a little. So there are also traditional marketing that you can do, TV, radio, and these days they added social media pages. So use TVs. If you can pay for a TV presentation, pay. You can pay for a radio jingle or a live session on radio, pay. But take advantage of these things because they are for your own good to push your products. And the last one is relational marketing. Work on your relationship. Relationship is a currency. Don't just focus on what you get from people. Be interested in what people are interested in what is important to people. Be interested in it. Don't just focus on money, money, money. Somebody is telling you, my child is not feeling too well. And you're focused, Mama, send the money now. Send the money, let me start this thing. And the person is saying, my child is not feeling. You're not hearing that. That's your opportunity to say, oh, sorry, what's wrong with your child? Can we pray for your child? Have you taken this child to the hospital? You might not give the person money to feed the child, but show empathy. Show that you care. Beyond the money, show that you care. Even though even sometimes you may not care, but just show that you care. Act like you care. It's a marketing strategy. There's an empathy that you have to show. Show that you care. It's important. So on orthodox marketing, break all the rules.